All right, we're going to look at doing operations with functions now. A couple of vocabulary words here. Evaluate means substituting a value in for a variable and then attaining a number as an answer, because we already looked at that. Simplifying means making smaller or not as complex. The answer is still an expression that contains variables and numbers. So we looked at doing operations on polynomials. Okay. And we're going to come back to doing composition in the next learning target. Alright, instead of actually writing the polynomials out, you could see it written as, here's 4 different scenarios here. We're probably going to do 2 of these. If f of x was equal to negative 3x squared plus 2x plus 3, and g of x is x squared plus 4x minus 3, f plus g of x, this guy right here, means that we're going to take all of f plus all of g. So it would be written as, so that's all of f plus all of g. And then essentially it turns into our last little bit on the last video. We combine like terms. So we have a x squared, so we get negative 2x squared. Then we have some x's, so 2x and a 4x. And then a 3 minus 3, so that gives me 0. So there's our answer right there. Okay, let's do a subtraction one. Let's come down here and do this one. G minus f. So we would have x squared plus 4x minus 3. So I wrote down g minus all of f. Notice I'm using parentheses. Now remember how I told you about that when we're doing that subtraction. There's like a little 1 there that we're going to distribute through here. So we have x squared plus 4x minus 3. Negative 1 times the negative 3 is a positive 3x squared. Negative 1 times the 2x. And then negative 1 times 3. And then combine like terms. Notice what happens in that parentheses. All the signs just change. Okay? So combine like terms now. We have x squared and a 3x squared. Then we have a 4x and a negative 2x. And then negative 3 minus 3 is a negative 6. So there's g minus f. Alright, multiplying and dividing. Alright, it kind of looks strange, I know. Let's look at this first one here. F, that says f times g when it's written together. So we'd write down f first, so 9x times all of g of x, 3x cubed minus 18. And so we're going to distribute through the parentheses, so that gives us 27x to the 4th minus 162x. Okay. All right, let's look at the division one. G divided by f. So g is on top, so we'd have 3x squared. I'm sorry, x cubed, pardon me. Divided by f, 9x. So again, we're going to use those exponent rules. Now when you do have it like this, you could separate this out into 2 different divisions. So 3 over 9 is the same as 1/3. And we have division, so what do we do with our exponents? Subtract. And it's bigger, it's heavier on top, so this is going to be the x squared. 18 divided by 9 is 2. Where do you think the x goes? On the bottom. There isn't an x on the top to divide it with. Okay? So x squared minus 2 divided by the 3x.